What's up guys, I'm back for another video. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you some of the things for crypto price predictions, right? The overall sentiment of the current market and some news that I found out, as well as some interesting data. And last but most important, I will also do and share what are the things that I'm currently doing in this market. As we all know, the crypto markets are very easily swayed, and it's also very easily changed and manipulated. I want to show you one interesting study about crypto's history that I managed to find and share with you guys. You can see that in the past, this is basically a chart of what happens in the crypto space landscape, right? So from this, you can see that in the past, there's actually a lot of news being shared as well, right, from media attention. Once the media attention push up in December, then it goes high, and then there are some attacks from the exchanges which cause the price of crypto to drop, right? And then there is a China mentioned about shutting down the banks to accept the Bitcoin exchanges, right? And then from things go along all the way, right? So want to highlight these things from the China news. So the things that I mentioned in red here are basically the news that have been highlighted to share some of the things that they have done in the past, right? They have been mentioning since quite a back period of time, from 2014 over here, and also over here they have mentioned in 2017 here, 2018 as well they have mentioned, and 2019 here. So as we know that from this news, all of these are basically a lot of news that manipulated and shift the market sentiment from here, right? I believe the same thing is happening with the stock market as well, when people are always looking and paying attention to the central banks, the ECBs and Janet Yellen's when or if they have a more change in the interest rates, right? And that will basically shift the investors' moment and the sentiment in the stock market, right? So it's like trying to share with you that these are not the first time that China has mentioned these sort of things, right? I believe it's somewhat of a coordinated kind of move from the news to manipulate and get the price lower, so that they can certain entities or institutions can get in at a better price, right? As you can see here recently in the news as well, May Tesla no longer accept Bitcoin. Then there is a Bitcoin correction from the news from that Tesla, and then China mining outage as well. Things like that can just affect and sway the market, if you ask me. And a lot of the new sentiments or the new crypto guys that are holding in the market, they will also kind of panic sell, right? At a very high price that they purchase, right? So I basically also wanted to share with you guys the sentiment right now, right? As the past couple of days, it has been very negative news, right? With this crackdown from China, right? There is Iranian shutdown of amidst of blackout, right? And then there is also Huobi's current crackdown on the future tradings, right? So all these negative sentiments from the previous weeks are things that have been brought to the news that has basically pushed down the prices of crypto right now, right? IRS also looking to monitor the crypto wallets, right? But it seems to me that currently the sentiment is currently shifting from as of last night right now, when people like this Ray Dalio, which is a big investment person, right, who controls this Bridgewater Associates, that he has also purchased Bitcoin. So happenly that when the price of Bitcoin is so cheap that he wants to come out there to say that he owns Bitcoin right now, right, to kind of bring some positive sentiments in the current space, right? And then we also started seeing things like, oh, crypto, Elon and Michael Saylor are working together to work with the Bitcoin miners in North America, right, to try to make it more green energy, right, to be more green and less wastage in terms of the fuel, right? And then there's also things like this Nobel Prize economist Robert Shiller, which is also trying to put some spotlight on himself, right? That this guy is basically a Yale professor, which also done some Nobel Prize winnings, and he has also contributed to some stock price earnings ratio formula in the past. So it's like all these things are suddenly coming into place right when the price are dropping, and it is providing some catalyst to bring and push up the price of crypto, right? So it's like kind of very coordinated, if you ask me, from this perspective, right? If you look at it, it's not really a coincidence. It's like kind of too coincidental, if you ask me right now for this. So I wanted to find out what you guys thought of my previous video, right? Was it good? Was it bad, right? I'm trying to learn and put more elements of comedy and a little bit more, right? It'd be great if you guys can share some tips on how else I can improve it, right? As I'm trying to further improve my quality of the video and help to serve you guys, hopefully. Right, like, share, subscribe, guys. Thanks, guys. So I basically wanted to share with you guys this very interesting chart that I have, right? That I discovered from a pattern from this current price point, right? So as you can see here, right, this is a chart of max pain and index price for the futures and options trader, right? Basically in the crypto space. And the index price is basically the Bitcoin price, and the max pain price is basically the price where the call options and the put options, right, the future traders, right, the middle point where both of them will basically lose and experience the most losses, right? If you notice here, it is always at the end of the month that the prices will kind of decline, right, or towards the last week, the last couple of weeks. And when the last day of the month, last Friday of the month, which the biggest options expiry will usually happen, it is then after that we will get some sort of a relief rally, right? Get November, right? November 26, 27, right? And then after the November, the last Friday of the month here, you can see that there's a relief rally here. December is an odd case here, right? For sure. It is still increasing. January over here, right? It is at the lowest point and it started having some relief rally. February as well, let me show you. Yep. February over here, then there is the start of a drop period in February 26, right? And then February 27, 28, I assume there is some other options as well. So you can see there's a trend here, right? Even March here as well, right? March here, right? Over here. And then April also we have this big one over here. April to 20 here, right? April here, right? So you can see that there's some sort of trend. So if you were to ask me currently the price sentiment, right, I would see that the price might have a recovery somewhere towards the last Friday, which is this Friday, a couple 3-4 more days, right? That we might get a slight rally as well in terms of the pricing. Whether we are still currently in the bull market or bear market, I think it is still too early to tell, right? But from these statistics, I think it's very close to pay attention to kind of understand the current sentiment. Because if you ask me, a lot of people are actually playing more future tradings, right, with leverages and all that, rather than playing the standard spot market, which is the buy and hold concept that they're currently doing, right? And there is also another statistics that I want to bring to your attention, right? And here is the minor outflow charts, right, that are showing some of the sentiment. The rates are basically whereby the miners, the crypto miners basically sell their crypto because they have to maintain their operation, right? Operational electricity costs, paying the fees for some of the staff and things like that, right? And as you can see here, from about this period here up until currently, there isn't any sold off, right, at the yellow or orange region. So I'm expecting that some of the miners, when we get a slight rally to 50,000 or 55,000, if it happens, I will expect a sell-off here because they have been accumulating for a very long period of time over here, right? This is something to pay attention. And then this is some of the leverage ratio, right, of all the exchanges. So as the open interest reduces, it's basically sharing that people are less leveraged here, right? And another one is that the funding rate. This funding rate is basically how the the future market. It also works on the future markets, whereby if you open a perpetual contracts, right, whichever side that pays, whichever sides that have the bigger position, meaning the longs will pay the short or the short will pay the longs, right? This is the funding rate as well. This is a funding rate that has been gone almost close to zero as well, right? As you can see here, this negative sentiment here, which signifies that there are more shorts than longs, right? People are expecting the market to drop, right? So right now we are in the neutral territory here. And the last one is the stablecoin exchanges across all. So this chart, if you ask me, I don't really quite trust this chart. Very big, right? They always say that, oh, as the stablecoin reduces, it means that people are actually selling their they are actually using the stablecoins to buy the dip, right? Another standpoint is that what about people who are selling at a loss, right? People who are selling their crypto at a loss. That's why the stablecoins are lesser as well, right? That's things that they didn't really mention. Or how about maybe they are using the stablecoins to shift away from to play the DeFi standpoint. So that's something that is not fully accounted to as well. In a nutshell, right, if you ask me, right, current sentiment of crypto right now is a bit more on the positive side for sure. But let's see how it plays out, right? Because there's more positive sentiment news right now. And probably during the Thursday or Friday when the last options expiry expired, we might be able to get a slight further rally up or price movement. But don't forget, there is miners that haven't sold off, that might sell off. And there are also a lot of people that are buying and holding. They might look to take profit because they are expecting a further dump, right? So if you would ask me if crypto couldn't get and try to recover their previous record here, right? Let me just show you, right? So if currently we have this is the crypto current price. Sorry for the bit of the messy chart here, right? Previously we are making lower lows over here, right? And we see that we kind of broke this, right? Which is kind of a good sign. But we are currently trying to break this 38,000 level, which we tried to, but we couldn't stay on top. So right now it's dropping down again, right? So this is one key level to watch out, right? And another level which is important is that if we can take on and make a V sign, right, which is like an inverted W sign over here, right? If we can make like a W sign over here, so it is crucial that we can try to take this area of resistance, right, over here, over this level around the 42,000, right, so that we can be making a higher highs from that angle. And from there, this is the first level that we can try to expect, right? 51,000 is another level, right? And to really say that we are in a proper bull market, I would say taking above this level, which is the 60,000 level as well. So there are three levels that we need to pay attention right now. If not, then I would still foresee it to drop down lower, and if you break the 30,000 here, which is this red vicinity, we might go down to up to 20,000 as well, and who knows, even lower on the 10 to 12,000. So this is the current price estimates from myself. Hopefully this has been beneficial. All right, guys, so basically that's for what I'm doing right now. It's I'm basically farming cake on auto farm, right? I've actually showed that in my previous video, right? You can also farm for stable coins either on Binance or either on different places like Finance or even auto farm, right? And I'm also doing some more videos if I can, right, for some updates about the current scenario. And not really looking for a job stripping yet, but let's see how it goes, right? And hopefully this will keep you guys informed for the current situation right now. And I'm also basically sharing some of the crypto gems you can look out for these current stages, and share it on my Telegram group as well. So I think that will be quite helpful for some of the community people and people who join. So don't forget to like and subscribe as well, right? All right, thanks guys. Thanks for watching.